Is that it? Oh, that's better. There we go. Have I fixed it? I think I fixed it. Well, I'm going to assume that you can all hear me now. That was very odd. As I've just been saying since the start of the stream, and what I've been talking about for the last 5 minutes before realising the mic was muted, we're starting this on Wednesday. Pretty serious stuff. And that's the lineup, the cars that we'll be doing it in. Or sorry, like the group of cars. And then the tracks on the right hand side. The dates and obviously which round it is. There are 6 rounds though, I mean, there's a good bit in it. 3 weeks it'll run for. And that's why the driver rating's so important, because if you get into the better driver rating, you start to, I don't know, you start to get put in with these people that might lead you in a new direction. Just taking things off of people in track, how they're taking a corner, what speed they're going at. It really doesn't matter. Entry period starts in like a minute or so, minute and a half. Gives us enough time to look at the times so far. So we ended up beating our friend yesterday, Just. We also ended up in the same race as him. GT Racing on YouTube, 2 seconds clear. And I mean, there's the world fastest, so I don't even think he's outside the top 200. If that, what was he, 129.1 or 129 on the dot? On the dot. Yeah, hard to compete with that. I didn't realise you could open all of this just as an easier... What does cart usage on mean? Why is cart usage on? I never get that. Never understand that. So you could change to a go-kart? Like, you could change to a go-kart if this was like old-time cars. You stick a cart on, fly past them all. I have no idea what that means. I'm gonna have to figure out what that means, but everything else is pretty much self-explanatory rule-wise. Brake balance is partially allowed. And it's a good job they have these event-specified cars as well, because some of the cars I've not had. And not had time to tune it. Not had time to buy, you know, the attachments to it. Get the bodywork done that I need done to it. Whereas the event specified means that everybody's sat on the same car, or like the same, you know, power mode, we'll say. Manufacturers Cup, for example, does that across all the manufacturers. Finds a happy middle for pretty much everybody, which is another good thing for us, I do suppose. Are we ready to go in yet? There we go, ready to go. WRX is the favourite, so we're going with that again. I think we'll stick with it. Right, it's the medium tyres, that's fine, that's not what I'm looking for. Traction control, no. Fair enough. parking brake later on that one for sure. Okay, that didn't go as planned, but first time touching the wheel of the day, I think we can excuse ourselves. having a first race after only having 12 minutes of practice might not be the greatest from a driver rating, but I am more than prepared. A, because I can watch what other people are doing in front of me, and B, I'm not going to get them first, so I can just do point A. Unless I do, then we'll start to panic, but until then we don't really need to worry about that kind of thing. Don't think we have time for that one, do we? What did we just do there? I have a feeling that we just rode that curve without any upset. Okay, that isn't smooth. What did we do? We went over. No, there's no smooth way to do that. Except the way we just went over it. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way in hell. It's about to start anyway. Just thought we'd try and figure out how that was. And I am back. I can see Rem to Double just put a little message in the chat. How's it going? I hope you are well. It's the first race of the night, man, so to be quite honest, you're catching us at a pretty good point. Ah, no way, man. Well, good luck. Good luck, brother. Two at the back. No, 3 at the back. 1 at the front. Lovely. Yeah, good luck with the race, man. I'm quite hopeful for myself. Yeah, thanks, man. I tried to I tried to do my best. Try and use the car in 50 to get closer to the front back here. 1 more nudge maybe. Wow. Brilliant. And that's how it goes. Well, so we lost it down to somebody not being able to control their speed through the corners. First race, an absolute shambles. But Nobody said redemption wasn't off the cards. Don't brake going into that corner like that, please. Could have caused some accidents there, rather colliding with the car because, yeah, so these things happen. And then just like this guy here, caused you another 2 seconds penalty. No, you can have the outside of the track, pal. You wanted it, you can have it. See you later, fucker. I mean, picker, my bad. A clean race, you're joking. For you lot? No. So it was P6 going so quick into a corner, he couldn't handle the pressure that came from behind, obviously. And this is why it's so hard to get into driver rating B, because everyone around you is driver rating E. A difficult thing. We are going to quit this race and just jump into the next one, because it's a waste of everybody's time just sitting at the back of the race. Another 14 minutes to wait. Goody. Do you know what? We're going to have a look at the first round of Spa. So just until the race starts, because yeah, not a fan. I went on rent event specified, didn't I? Free practice. There we go. Yeah, we'll go with the black. Why not? Why not? Now this is what Wednesdays, this is what tomorrow's going to be. Oh no, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I forgot to say, as soon as you go onto it, it will be wet, changed to the intermediates. Well, you can. Because racing hards are going to get you nowhere. Oh wow, no turning either. Oh, okay, this is going to be a bit more difficult. Drifting in a Formula 1 car, who'd have thought? So I'm just going to show you these. They're very different to what they were yesterday. So I'm going to have a stretch of the legs. I'm still trying to fix this little bit on the rig as well, so bear with me. But the race is starting in a couple of minutes, so stick around for that. I am back in time. Please do not worry. Okay, here we go. Second time lucky. Formalities out the way as usual. Okay. Tell ourselves we've got this, we've got this. Right, okay. Do excuse my driving etiquette, but Swoosh is going off of the track. See you later, Swoosh. I hope these people realise that their names are gonna be all over YouTube. Like, I hope they realise their names are gonna be all over fucking YouTube. Like, okay. Now, sometimes, and this isn't actually sometimes, this is half the time, some people will see that you're streaming, and then they'll just make it their aim to ruin your race. Yes, those types of people do exist, unfortunately. Sometimes, some of them are already watching. That's the funny part. Why did he have any need to do that to that green car? Like, I don't get how I could possibly be just before driver rating B and drivers be the way that they are. I feel like it's just stupid. It's not even like immature or like nasty, it's just stupid. Because these people are also wasting their time. And I mean, it doesn't bother me, I'm going to be doing this pretty much as long as I want to, but these folk like to come on, not even win, ruin the race for everybody and then leave. And that's what they get a kick out of. They do get them, but hey ho. That's maybe why that edit later guy said good luck. Oh, Jamie, you missed it. You missed every last bit of that. You'd have had an absolute field day here if you were in this race. Like 2 or 3 people in the same corner just angling for me, and then there was like this other guy just straight up aiming for me. But do you know what? They can suck up that one, because I got fastest lap in the race, so no matter where they finish, they're always not going to be as quick, unfortunately. Because one of the guys that spun me out is now sitting up like roughly 4th, 5th, or 6th. So that's, you know, I don't really care. The best thing to do if you do get spun out and you end up at the back of the pack is just set a fastest lap, because then whoever is, you know, up front after doing that sort of stuff, they look stupid. Biggie racing with the 131.6. Time for the next race by the time we finish this one. Maybe get a bit of a slipstream bumper for him. Catch up. It is the last lap. No point. No point. No point. Okay, we seem to have caught up a few positions, so at least we're not last. However, I really hope I don't bump into that other guy in the other race, because my driver rating will take a beating for the fact of what I will be doing. Best he just gets demoted and that's that. Yo! I just seen yo in the chat, so yo. Okay, 11th from 6th. 12 positions gained. Driver rating is now B. Sportsmanship rating is now SSA+. Still eventful. I don't know if I can see who actually knocked me off the track. I'll be able to watch the stream back anyway. I seen yo from someone that just joined the chat, so I do apologise if I didn't reply quite with attention. I was finishing off an already catastrophic race. I really feel like they should extend the amount that they're allowed to show you. I got B recently, but a few bad races did me. Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong, brother. You're not wrong. That's kind of the same thing we're going through at the minute. Is just, you know, the fact that, I mean, yesterday the first two bad races, and then second two good races. But it's okay going like that. But the two bad races send you down further than the two good races will get you back. So there's less room for bad races and even less room for you not to be getting good races. Don't know if that makes sense, but that's how we've had to go with it. But also we can't get too raging because what is the point? You do have people that are driver on controller. You don't know if they're just kids or if they're adults or if they're just messing around or if they're, you know, but that's what I was saying. If you do put into the chat that you're streaming or something, be prepared for people to try and send that sideways. Hopefully not, but just be prepared for it. The Subaru is very good around this track. It is the meta car at the minute, which means it's got the most top 100 times. If that's any help to you. That's how easy it is to go off the track. Yo, yeah, I will be, pal. 5 minutes to go. Let's go, I like the enthusiasm. 3 to the rear. Brake balance is on 3 to the rear. Oh no. Yeah, 3 to the rear. Brake balance is 3 to the rear. And that was definitely a lucky corner. We have just beat our personal best. Get in. Very fractionally, but we beat it. That's a celebration. It's a tenth of a second up from what we had, but I can't complain really. See, the wider you go in that corner, if you cut across to the right. Well, I think, given I started 6th in the last one, I think I might be maybe going to jump on later this eve. Yeah, I think you should. I think you should jump on and try the new races at least because they're pretty good. Yeah, daily race C maybe not, but race A and race B this week are pretty good. Can back them. Let me know how you get on though. Let me know where you start, where you finish, all that jazz. So starting in third, given slipstream and better corners, better choices made on the brake balance and the traction, I think we might be able to actually pull this one out. There's a Porsche though, that's the thing, it's the new Porsche. It's sitting up at the front. Scary. Oh, I got that in there quick. Very quick. Battle begins. Try and nudge him further away from fourth position. We've got to keep it clean with these guys up front if we want to have any chance of a good race. Okay, one position down. Couple more good corners takes us away from the one behind us. Didn't take long, did it? Didn't take long at all. Yeah. That's what's been happening since I got started. Yeah, oh no man, he got no penalty for that. I will let you in on the funniest thing I've seen whilst doing Red Bull Ring was the last time it came around. You didn't have to pit, and somebody went into the pit lane. Don't know. It was just, I had a chuckle at myself. It really put me off as well. Cool, we started in third. A couple of okay overtakes, clawed us back up. If anyone can remind me actually where I was when I actually came off the track. I feel like that's a good effort in like 3 laps, give or take. And the next one should be even more interesting because now we've got the higher up start and the slightly better drivers when it comes to sharing the track. So a clean race, my arse. What are you talking like that for? Gran Turismo trying to give me the slip. Yeah, no, I wasn't. I couldn't see you there, man. Unfortunately, as well. Let's have a look. Ah, we keep getting further from B, though. We're gonna have to make the next race a win. Otherwise, that's us scalped. Just quickly before. When's this start? 8 minutes, that's fine. If you hadn't seen Tsukuba Circuit, this is the one I was going to tell you about. 5 laps again. But it's GR4. Racing hards on Deep Forest. And although it sounds good, hard tyres and GR4 cars with me, still trying to get used to the accelerator pressure is a no-go. And I picked Red Bull Ring because I like GR3 cars and I like the Red Bull Ring because of the amount, that I've had to drive it in the past. Not necessarily in GR3 cars. It's a bit of a change, but I've driven it in other cars that make it seem a little bit easier than the other ones. It's too good of a circuit. I don't know. Wait to see these cars. Wait to see what they have you doing it in. Look. You can't tell me. Oh, do you know what? Part of me really wants to. Part of me seriously wants to do that race. Just for the shits and gigs. Let's have a quick look at this. Let's have a quick look at this race, quick. You're in violation. Oh, you have to own the car. Who owns these cars? Power, 226 brake horsepower or less. Lovely. Wide body required. No, that's a good thing. And if you do have like struggles with anything that you need to change, like it'll tell you what to do on whatever it is. You do have to go into it to read it though. Yeah, that's mad. I can't imagine doing that track on that car. I really can't. Written event specific, we'll get ourselves. And see, some of these cars look like they should be performing. Like, and I mean performing, but you've got the little WRX that's been about for, well, I don't know how long. It's been around for a while on this anyway. And it's the favourite car for this, and I think it's down to the amount of control it does have. It has an awful lot of control. A lot of power output as well. On softs, I feel like this race would be a ridiculous lap time. You never know. They might put it on. So we're pushing for lap time. Like that's okay. okay. Time-wise. Graphics in this game are just unbelievable. Ooh, yeah. Fell. No. That could have been good. Could have been good. I don't think it could have been like new personal best good, but how did I do that? What's the issue here? Crazy. I mean, I made good time over that corner. That's what I'm kind of shocked at. Yeah, nowhere near personal best speed, but it's in first person as well. I'm actually quite enjoy myself in the first person view. Everything moves how you need it to. It's a shame we don't get to use any of the switches and buttons down in the center console in the game. And I know it's just for show, but it'd be cool if it wasn't. And I mean, it might be something that they add, but I can't see that happening anytime soon. Never drive in this view. I struggle so much. I know where braking points are, but I really do struggle to drive like this. You can see everybody around you and everything that you need to be doing, but I really don't. I can't grasp it. It's so hard. There's some people that can get world titles driving like that. I don't understand it. It's honestly witchcraft to me. Now, some cars don't allow you to hit reverse. Yeah, some cars don't allow you to hit reverse when you're going at a certain speed. Sometimes it just lets you chuck it in and just shuts the car down. cleaner this time. No way. Okay. Yeah, I mean, as much as driver rating matters, obviously, I will race as like how the people around me want to race. It's not a good way to take it, but it's a good way to keep it fair, and you have to keep it fair. Thank you. Sorry, Jerome. What is that? What is that I'm hearing right next to me? I can't take my ears off of it. I can't focus. What is that? I cannot focus. That sounds so nice. Can we get it? I think we got it. Yeah, we got it. Okay, we're kind of back in it. Well, I've got to admit, and I think that car was a Mazda. I've got to admit, that's definitely one of my favourites. Now it's just about the driver rating, I think. And I'll be honest, the races don't necessarily have to be wins. films need to be finished. And if there's overtakes, that's a better thing. Well held right there, well held. I shat myself. So we're going to get a little bit of help from fourth position here. Penalty? Maybe? I feel like that wasn't my fault. Yeah, we'll go with that. It wasn't my fault. It worked. It didn't matter. I'm cursed with sixth position. Absolutely cursed with sixth. We have to get somewhere out of sixth at least. From starting to sixth, to spending the race in sixth, to finishing in sixth. I'm struggling to say sixth there. Hello Jamie, yes, the race has not been too bad, to be quite fair. Just a couple of average races, as you know, but we're just trying to build the driver rating now, so we're kind of behaving even if we get spun out. Trying to behave cleaner this time. Where was it, Jerome? Well done. That was a good race. I don't know what to say to him. I don't want to seem like I'm kind of poking at him either. Good stream, man. Thank fucking God for that. Do you know what? I couldn't deal with another hater on this. I really hope that's not sarcasm from him. I really hope that's not sarcasm from him, but thank you very much nonetheless, Jerome. I shall see you again anyway, I think, if we're floating about the same driver rating anyway. Good stream, man. Appreciated. Oh, I just seen his no message as well just before I left. I got you, Jerome, don't worry. I got you, pal. When's the next race up? 8 minutes again. Gives us time to potentially try and set something a little closer to the 130 mark. Like, people say my time's fast, and I mean, look at where I am in the world. Like, it's not fast compared to a lot of people, you know? Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Oh, you can't enter in the Porsche, obviously. WRX. Now, I would be interested at one point to try and do the least meta car. See what we can do in that. Definitely not tonight. I don't think I could deal with much more contact, and I feel like if you're at the back, that's like the worst for contact. If anybody knows their time off by heart, please feel free to chuck it up in the chat. Let me see what you've done. I was a beginner about 5 months ago, thereabouts. I'd done it on the controller, so I knew how things worked, but I'd never done it on the sim rig properly, and then I started putting a lot of time into it recently. If you're wondering what's going on, I've just had a little thought to myself. I always refer back to this, but the more you look at it, the more you understand. Like about the track. So this is what I'm doing currently. You can see I could be using a little bit more of the track. You can see the gear changes, the little blips in the blue line. So brake a little bit later in there. Braking, coasting, braking. See these second braking, like these parts where I'm putting in a second brake, I don't need to put in a second brake. Well, to get a faster time is kind of all I'm trying to get. And there's parts of the track I'm still trying to feel out, like that first corner. There's been people that's been able to ride it without like interference, and I feel like there's a lot of time in minuscule things that I'm not doing. And feel free to chuck them up in the chat again. That's what it's there for. You've seen my position in the world. I'm not by any means in a great position, but what I am is it's like average, you know. So there's no difference from me to you. Anything's welcome. Anything I can help with, obviously, but I mean. In the S section. Well, I dropped to third gear, go wide. Third gear, go wide, and then I cut off the rest of the message, man. But I'm taking it said something along the lines of then clock up to fourth gear, and then switch the steering over. I think that's what you mean. Hit the apex late. See, these are the kind of things that I need. Remember, we're trying to get up and up and up and up, so that's helpful right there. Second position start, like, surely this means that we're in for a more comfortable time. Only thing that could ruin this. In fact, no. I am not saying a word. I don't need that bad luck. I don't need that bad luck with me right now. Top Gun? Oh, Top Gun? Top Gun, Top Gun. Hello. Nice to see you again. That's one of the good interactions from the past. So, he must be going up. Or I must be going down. And he's sitting in first as well, like how funny is that? Thanks very much, Jamie. You'll be able to see. Be able to see how this goes. There we go. Sometimes I forget to set it and then I try and do it too late and then absolutely ruin the start of the race. Time to put that plan into action. Appreciate that, Jamie, thank you. What would I ever do without you, Jamie? Yeah, you've watched every stream since you started watching, I'm sure. It's not sad if you enjoy it. I am absolutely ecstatic with that. Absolutely ecstatic with that. I mean, I know I started in second. Good man, Jamie, good man. I enjoy having people here just to talk to whilst I'm racing away. It's good. Yeah, I mean, again, I started in second, but so there wasn't much racing in it, but I suppose when you are in first, it comes into clean laps, doesn't it? It comes into the back to the practice lap, you know, until you finish the race or until somebody takes over. Because having people in front of you is always going to be good for when they're braking, when they're turning, where they're driving. You can just follow them. You know what corners are coming up. You know the track well enough. It's pretty much like a cheat code. That was a good race. Thanks, Top Gun. Although I am sorry for the nudge. That was a good. That was a good race. I am gonna think about getting some form of camera to view my wheel, and then potentially get that put, you know, kind of just at the bottom of the screen whilst I'm doing what I'm doing, so you can see what is where. Obviously it's going to be at a point that it is going further, so these kind of things are essential for letting people know. I showed the settings every now and again. I show my settings, what my wheel's set to. I found another setting the other day, and it was settings for the pedals. Not my page, my options. Controllers. G29 is what I've got. Right, okay. There, look at this. So Pedal calibration, right? So accelerator. See, that's crazy. I have to push that hard to get. That's quite hard that I need to push. Me just normally pushing the brake is like that. Yeah, that's maybe too hard, you know. There is now in the back of pedals when they arrive, some things have like washers behind them, meaning you can't push the pedals. Like you can push them all the way back, but there's protection from like just it smashing off of the plastic that it's held to. And I just thought that was it's quite a cool thing that shouldn't be that sensitive though. I really don't think that should be that sensitive. Oh well. Nonetheless. So our time's good. What about in here? Yeah, we could be breaking into driver rating B tonight. We tried to do this. Tried to do this last night. We couldn't do it. So, where are we? That one. WRX, thank you. Yeah, man, I've got a bit of faith in this last one that I can pull it to B like, but it cut off the end of the message there, saying that I think you said that you went into B rating recently yourself. Yes, mate, give it a good go. I went up to B yesterday. Yeah, you said about that, man. You seem to be putting a fair whack in. Like driver rating B is a hard thing to get in anyway. You know, again, we say 11,000 people. That's a lot of people, but I mean these are all people that are really good. You know, like just really good. You just a drop. You know, you're nothing. You're nothing compared to the actual number of people out there that are world class at the game. It gives you a bit of peace of mind just to keep cracking away. Yeah, it did work. Yeah, it did work. What I do. Full-time streamers, yeah, man. This is a sort of second hobby for me. You need to drive on the black, like the driving line, like what's underneath the car right now, for example. That driving line? Yeah, the rubber, yeah. Okie dokie. Oh, I really think we could send it around that corner, you know. I think I've got something to try for this first corner. Very balanced there. Oh my god, I just need the traction control to work. Come on. There we go. Oh my god. There's one more chance. That's why my brake balance is like ridiculously far back. Yeah, we could totally send it round there. We need to brake a bit earlier, but we need to release a bit earlier. Okay, one more try before I have no time. Means less turning on the front. Yeah, it means less turning on the front. I don't know if I like that. The only good thing about this might be that this first corner here. Nope, definitely not. No, definitely not. That can go there. That can go there. Stick to what you know. That's what we learn. I don't think we're gonna get. I didn't have enough speed for third there, otherwise I would have done it. Oh, that's not good. That isn't good, that isn't good, that isn't good. I realise what has just happened. Not good at all. Options. Controllers. Foot pedal sensitivity. That shouldn't be 100 pedal calibration. Yeah, that feels a lot better. Give me... I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm good. Let's get this out of the way. Can't recognise any of the names. There is quite a selection of cars in this one though, it's not just the WRX flying about. That guy's gonna think that was me, man. For some reason, I have about half an inch worth of my acceleration pedal, and from very bottom to very top, like from no revs to max revs, it's like half an inch, and this has happened now. So there's nothing I can do right now. The driving is so off. You're gonna have to drive for me. Okay, hopefully that sorts the problem. I can't drive like this. I cannot drive like this. Oh, what is going on here? That's one thing about rigs that you need to watch out for, is just the sheer fact that things can break in a matter of no time. I don't think it's broken, but it's like mid-race, so I can't do anything about it right now. It's weird though, it's weird that they did that. I bet it was something to do with me going onto those settings before as well. One lap left to go, we'll see this out. See, that's way too much. That shouldn't be happening. Oh my god. Yeah, this race needs to end like now. I'm losing so much time and I can't really see myself going off without having gotten into driver rate B. But this accelerator is not right. We'll have to sort that after this race. Accelerator's just way too happy. We'll take a 5th place because we have no option. Crazy, that's crazy to me. Yeah, I think we'll be able to get one more in the bag though. Given I can sort this little issue. I am not just going to leave you on a blank screen though. I'll put on someone doing a lap of this, not my lap of this. I'll put somebody's lap of this on. I don't know if that said my driver rating went up or not. Let's have a little look at that first. Okay. Nice one. So, driver rating B is 1 race away. 1 race away. Why is it 1 race away? We'll go here, get a replay up, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Where are we? We will choose random selection. There's not much of a selection. 16th in the world. Have at it. problem not being resolved without actually having to be sat in the rig and sorting it from this end, we're going to have to go back into the settings, delve back into the settings and see if we can't sort the problem we just created. Because I can't survive, I honestly cannot survive a half-inch accelerator. I just can't, I can't deal with it. Settings. Controllers. Okay, yeah, that shouldn't be the pedal to maximum input. Adjust the values of the slider on maximum input. What? Restore default settings, please. How is that? I don't want that. I can't have that being the accelerator. That's so weird. I have no idea how to solve that. Well, we've restored it to the default settings, so there's no way. There's no way these don't work now. We will just have to find out. The hard way. Okay, Red Bull Ring, rent event. The usual. And all we're going to do is we're just going to try and see if we can. I'm going to brake straight away. How is that full brake and how is that? How is that full brake and how is that full accelerator? I can't handle that. What's going on here? Oh well, looks like we are going to be racing with nothing. Yeah, that shouldn't be the case. Okay, well, I think we might have the last race of the night and then have to just call it there. But we will attempt one more race. Just because we're lined up for it. I will attempt it. I'm no word of a lie. This is my foot. Maybe like half an inch. Look. That shouldn't be max revs. There's no way that should be max rev, so whatever has happened is going to be further looked into. But until then, we're just going to have to represent. And then hopefully with some luck, the accelerator starts doing its business. Ooh. Traction control of 2. A struggle it is. What's his issue? It's one more race. I think we can deal with that. Stay out of trouble. I can't drive like this. We better get in the driver route and be as Yeah, that's decided it for tonight. Unfortunately, it's something that I'm going to have to look into tonight, and hopefully be up and running for tomorrow. Because otherwise, it's going to be a controller job. Not to say that I'm not going to be doing the Nations Cup, but I would rather not do it on a controller. So bear with me on that one. But nonetheless, the races tonight were what they were. We had another win, so that's another bonus. Just a shame the rig's starting to play up at the minute. But should catch you all tomorrow because I'll be back on tomorrow for the Nations Cup. As I say, it might be a controller job. I'm unsure at this point. But I'll put a post up tomorrow anyway, or tonight, regarding the situation and whether or not it will be a rig or a controller job. Because if it's a controller job, then it's not really worth the watch, or maybe it is. Anyway, I should catch you in a bit. Adios.